Hey guys, what's going on? It's JCWgamer here, and I think 20 minutes ago, The Last of Us Part 2 Inside the Gameplay dropped on the PlayStation channel on YouTube, and I believe that obviously this is going to be more gameplay which is commentated over by the creators of The Last of Us Part 2. So I'm excited. I think we should jump into it. We're going to react to it, and we're just going to listen to what they have to say. Here we go. Yeah, look at Jim there on the side.
Under here.
What the gameplay needs to do is immerse you in the world, give you as many interesting actions to survive in this world and overcome obstacles. And obstacles could be infected, it could be other people, it could just be the environment, it could be rushing water, anything that could happen in this post-apocalyptic world.
There's our girlfriend.
Yeah.
But more than anything, it needs to put you in Ellie's shoes. That you're experiencing what Ellie's experiencing, making you feel what she feels. Because the more we do that, the more the emotional beats of the story work for us. And the more they work for us in this very unique way that only works in video games.
See, that zombie didn't look like a zombie. I guess he was fresh. He just turned inside the gameplay.
The gameplay philosophy of The Last of Us Part 2 is putting you in the shoes of Ellie.
We waited too long.
Everything that means. It means giving you a threat constantly, as this world has. It means giving you the hard choices.
Because this game takes place in such a hostile universe and our characters are pushed to do really difficult things, we want to put you in alignment with those choices. We want you to understand how hard certain decisions were for these characters, because they're hard for you.
What choices? I mean, I haven't seen any spoilers, which I'm glad.
The overarching philosophy of how we approach
There's been loads of leaks.
designing the game.
Which Troy Baker isn't happy about. The voice actor of
is
Joel.
How can we take things to the next level?
Everything kind of comes out of the story.
Insane.
And
insane.
How do we do it through systems?
I'm so glad Joel's back.
One is you have to feel the pressure of survival. Survive by the skin of my teeth. How do I use all the scrap around me? Any kind of bullet, any kind of rag, any kind of bottle of alcohol. How do we give you that sense of being a survivor in this world? Ellie is very small
I think
compared
it
to
looks
Joel,
similar
and more nimble.
to a.
How do we make you feel like you're not the strongest person in the room, but you still should be able to rise to the challenge and survive, you know, a fight with a bunch of people that are all bigger than you. So therefore it meant creating a character and systems and mechanics that allow you to be much more nimble.
It looks like the giant from Game of Thrones.
And that's where we added a jump button. In the first game we had a clamber button, but not really jumping.
Yeah, I was just going to say about that.
And
oh,
okay.
okay.
Jump. The combat scenarios are much more vertical, where Ellie can use elevation to her advantage.
See, I'm glad they're focusing on
huge one. Prone, obviously, it means to lay flat on the ground. Something so simple, again, something that in real life you...
I just wanted to say, but I'm glad they're focusing on the story mode rather than actually implementing a multiplayer, because that means the whole team is dedicated to the story mode, and that means there's going to be more detail and more stuff in the story, which is kind of good. So I think they did say they might be doing multiplayer, but that'd be in the future, and it might be its own game, so that'd be cool. But yeah, this looks incredible.
Be able to do.
Going prone.
Letting the player have access to all their weapons, all the items, crafting, everything while in that position, and it just creates so many more emergent
the listen mode is back.
Now that we have this other state that the player can be in, which are very low to the ground, how else can we use this other than just hiding in vegetation? We're like, well, there's a lot of man-made things or different structures that have collapsed that allow just enough space for you to crawl under, and which means that now, as enemies are looking for you, you can crawl under things and hide, and it's just one more way to assess your environment and use it to Ellie's advantage. Now, because you can hide under things, we made them smarter and gave them the ability to look under things. So while you might hide somewhere and be safe for a while, eventually they're going to start looking under stuff, and if you're hiding under a truck and they spot you, they're going to yank you out and then try to kill you.
Yeah, because as soon as you get caught in this game, you are dead. So you can't be lethal like in some games, because these AIs are going to be intelligent, just like in the first one. It is hard. It's a hard game.
Now with dodge,
Like the first one.
Anytime you're in a scuffle, you have a chance to get away. You have a chance to.
What's the other guy doing?
It's escape be an option as well. Sometimes you just gotta run, and that is another part of this world, which is sometimes the threat is so overpowering that you just have to get away.
When you are partially hidden, or you're in grass, that means people from afar can't see you, but people from closer can kind of see you. They will eventually acquire you. You're not completely hidden when you're in grass.
She went into the grass. Watch yourself.
I mean,
and it makes you as a player become much more aware of your surroundings.
The locations look kind of similar to the first game. I love it.
Both
The
exploration
vibes.
And, combat, because it lets us expand the space. The size of spaces can be bigger, the intricacy of spaces can be more complex, and it still works exactly as you would expect.
So when it came to our level design, we really wanted to challenge ourselves to make a world that really felt like a real space as much as we possibly could, and didn't feel like a series of combat encounters and exploration spaces and then combat encounters that felt like a hall of horrors or something, but something that really felt like a space that you could explore that seemed like a legitimate urban environment. And that pushed us to make our level design even more open than it was in the first game, which for us at the time was pretty open. In this game, we've gone so far in making the level design open that there are actually entire story moments, entire combat encounters, like full scripted sequences that you may completely miss.
It's huge.
And
the world is
things
huge.
that we feel like, even though a portion of our player base may never see these things, the fact that when you do encounter them, you feel like you discovered them. It lends them.
That's nice.
This
That's
charm
good.
and this magic that I think is unique to games.
I'm getting
that,
this day one.
This happened to me because of what I did and what the place I explored to.
That's good. That's good. That's a great implement. Great.
Crafting is very much
Great
about
feature.
a payoff to exploration, meaning that when you enter new spaces, you want to look around for supplies. You want to open drawers and cabinets and look for different things that will allow you to craft either items that can help you heal, items that can help you attack multiple enemies at once, such as the Molotov or the landmine that Ellie can craft. Items that can help augment your weapons, like a silencer for her pistol, or craft new kinds of ammo.
It also gives us tons of interesting gameplay choices and overlaps that you can do at any moment and on the fly. We try to be a game that wants you to make a lot of different decisions in combat as possible.
I haven't seen the zombies in a while. Finally.
Expanded the recipe roster. And
Clickers.
all of the recipes and how they interact with each other.
They actually scare me.
Chosen for the different ingredients and making sure that you always have these interesting decisions to make.
We put a much stronger emphasis on the importance of the choices you make in the long term for your character.
It'll be useful.
Through the weapon upgrade system, through the player upgrade system, there aren't enough resources in a single playthrough to fully upgrade your character. The choices that you make, you're going to have to live with, and we wanted to make sure that all of the choices that you made had a really noticeable and tangible effect on the way that you play.
What do you mean choices? Like, you mean like this? Like what she's doing now?
You feel a greater kinship with Ellie because you are living with decisions that you've already made. Like you are continuing this through line of her journey through this world, and the moment-to-moment gameplay is influenced by that in a way that we haven't before. The realization that your choices have these long-term consequences is very much like the nature of the narrative of the game.
Realistic.
And I'm happy that the mechanics are supporting that.
I just want to say, like, oh, we're at the end. When they mean choices, like, you mean like the stuff you decide to craft, you got to live with and you can't go back? Because I see what they mean. In the first game, I remember I was screwed because of the choices I made previously of what I crafted and what I made and what ammo I had. So I kept on dying at this one point. I always respawned with no ammo. Well, I really, really needed ammo. I just find it impossible. I couldn't just do it with a knife. So every time I respawned, I just had no ammo. I can't remember if I actually got past that bit. So you've really got to be careful in what you do, because when you respawn the game, unless it depends on what difficulty you're on, maybe if you're on easy, it'll give you some ammo to respawn with. But every time I respawned, I think I was on normal difficulty. It was harsh. It was realistic. Obviously, not in the sense of respawning, but every time I tried again, I had no ammo like I did before. This game is going to be even more hard, especially with the more mechanics you got. It even makes the enemies more intelligent and harder to defend against, like going under stuff, for example, underneath vehicles. They're gonna know to look under. I'm getting this day one. I cannot wait to make a series on it. I'm pumped. I will be live streaming The Last of Us Part 1. I might do it in parts at the start of next month. We're gonna do it as early as possible because I do want to play this game again. I haven't played it in so long, and if we complete it quite early, I will happily live stream some multiplayer. And we literally paused that at the right moment, right at the end. Pre-order now? Oh my god, which edition should I get? If there's anything you can get in-game that'll help you out in combat more, or help you out in the game more, if it's all cosmetic, then fair enough. I think there's a new edition that's just been announced as well. That if it's going to help you out in game, I might need to get it, because I'm going to be so bad at this game. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy my playthrough on it. I can't wait, but I do need to play the first one. I cannot remember it too well, which is exciting. Oh, the DLC. I just know that's a prequel, so I don't know if I want to play that first or not, where you are playing as Ellie. But Joel's going to be back. He's going to be in Ellie's place like she was in the first game, where she's your partner, I guess. Oh, no, you're literally going solo in this game. He's like a side character in this. So it's going to be good. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to smack a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Yeah, no, I don't know what edition I'm going to get. We're going to have to wait and see, guys. There's a lot of good series going to be happening on my channel soon, because a lot of good games are starting to come out. It's been a while. I hate that time period when we have just no games. Just anything that finds my interest. But finally, we have. This is going to be a long adventure. A new one. I can't wait. Part 2. Waited so long. When the first game came out, when the PS4... Before the PS4 was released, 7 years ago, man. Over 7 years ago. It's this is mad. It didn't even feel that long as well. We just had The Walking Dead that's been finished as well, and all those fans are now going to be playing The Last of Us. I think most people that are a fan of The Walking Dead are the fan of The Last of Us, so now we've got this to continue. It's going to be great. And hopefully, if it does well, or depending on what the ending is, they'll make a part 3. I'm sure they will make a part 3, and they'll call it the final part or whatever, like The Walking Dead final season. Depends if they want to make it like a trilogy, a game trilogy, quad trilogy. You never know. Oh, by the way, I haven't even given my overview. Yeah, this game looks amazing. The mechanics and everything are phenomenal. What I'm really glad about is now you can jump. You can jump over to stuff. I was wondering what they meant, but I meant, yeah, you could climb in the first game, but you could never jump. But now you can jump. That's going to be sick. Going prone, hiding under stuff. The AI is going to be more intelligent. The craftables, the choices that you're going to make is going to impact. So literally, you're going to feel like you're Ellie in this. What you do is going to be important for the rest of the game. But it means literal choices, not like dialogue choices. Because I don't think you ever got that in the first game. I think it means literal choices of what you decide to do, how you decide to attack enemies, how you decide to do in stealth. That might outcome in you being hurt, and you're gonna have to wait a long portion of the game before yourself can find more health supplies. Like they said, you're gonna find stuff that other people ain't gonna find. I'm sure there's gonna be many Easter eggs. You want to be careful on what you want to craft and stuff, because you ain't gonna get these craftables back unless you get lucky and find them. So guys, I think this game's gonna be difficult no matter what difficulty you play on. It's gonna be a great part 2. I know it is. So I can't wait to continue Ellie's story with you guys, and as you can see, they're available on the 19th of June. I'm very excited. But anyway, I will be keeping you guys up to date with any more Last of Us Part 2 news, if we get more gameplay, more footage of anything. Anyway, have an amazing day or night if it's nighttime where you are, and take care.